Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to Crown Business TV this week. Glad you could join us. This week's all about talking about building your dream team for your business. While we wait for a few people to jump on with us tonight, we'll be right back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to Crown Business TV this week, the place where business owners and entrepreneurs get valuable insight and takeaway information into improving their profitability and their business growth. My name's Harvey Lynch, a business profit coach here at Crown Business Development, and I want to welcome you along this evening. Whilst we wait for a few more people to jump on, we're chatting about staffing tonight, building your dream team. Do you have issues with your staff? Do you find that hiring the right person is a difficult task for you, and keeping them on board with your business a difficult task as well? It's something that very, very often pops up when chatting about business owners' challenges, what's going on in their business, and pretty much one of two topics, the top two topics, one of those is staffing, the issue of staffing and building their team. See, if that's you, well then stick around tonight, because we're going to be chatting about that. Now, I was going to bring tonight to you a couple of topics to do with building your team, but I think I might split it in half and talk about the reasons behind developing your dream team and the components of that before we even go and hire the person to fill that position. Right? Quite often, when most people hire, people hire a person first, and then they try and create a job for them second, right? And quite often it becomes a difficult thing to create this job position that they now need to get this person to do, right? Keep them busy and so on and so forth. So they're scrounging around all the time trying to use tactical things, use a tactical approach, on what's probably a strategic problem to have. So I'm going to chat about that, and we might bring in the hiring process, the actual search for that team member in next week. So a bit to cover, but we'll get through it tonight without before we go over time. So generally, so people generally hire a person and then look to fill that position, and it's quite often gets them into a hiccup on the reasons why 3 out of 4 people are actually mishired. Right, mishiring means they're actually not the right fit for the job, and that creates a lot of concern for a couple of reasons. Number one, they quickly find themselves becoming or falling out of the team. Right, they're not actively involved in the overall vision for the business, which we'll touch on in just a moment as well. But also in replacing that staff member is such a huge cost. Right, quite often it can cost very, very close to near a person's salary by the time you hire that initial person, bring on board someone else to replace them, and then spend all the money in training them up again. And the dollars very, very quickly add up. So it's very, very essential that hiring the right team member right from the get-go is put into play. Now, before we even go anywhere near the hiring process, right, we need to have a proper approach about this, right? So that we first of all create the job position in the business, and then we go and look for the person to fill it. Now, when creating that position, it all comes back to the overall goal that the business owner has for the business, the vision for the business, right? It all comes back to that because creating the vision for the business, then you're able to reverse engineer what that vision is going to look like on paper as a plan, and we develop an organisation chart around that. So what we want the future of your business to look like, an actual picture of your business and its positions that need to be filled in order for you to realise that overall vision. right? And then we need to go in and organise, okay, well, what do we need to do now as far as getting our numbers right? The back end of the business where we need to make sure we can actually afford to take on this person and fill this position. What does that need to look like first? And then we actually then draw up, okay, well, what is the job description, right? What is the actual job entail that needs to be done? What are the expectations of that position? So that then when we actually bring in the right person now, we enroll them into, first of all, the vision for the company. We want them to be on board with us, achieving the common goal, that where the business is headed. And we also want them to be able to be part of this team, create that team environment as well. So before we actually go in and hire that person, we really want to make sure we've got these sorts of things down pat first. So I have a couple of questions for you. And first of all is, do you have an accurate documented job descriptions for each position in your business? Is that something that you can sit there and say, well, yes, I actually have accurate documented job descriptions? And if you do, well, that's fantastic. Now, the second question I have for you is, do you have weekly meetings, or does each of your staff members knows exactly what the expectations are that you've set for that position, and are they being held accountable to making sure those expectations are met on a weekly, daily basis for your business? Now, if that's something that possibly you might need to work on, well, then it comes back to, okay, well, what does this position entail for the overall achievement of the vision for my business? And have I executed everything that I need so that that person holding that position has everything that they require, the resources, the training, everything that they need to carry out that position and actually help me achieve this overall goal for my business? So if that's two questions that you may be struggling to answer right now, then I suggest if you are in need of some help around those areas, then reach out to us here at Crown Business Development. People systems are one of the number one areas on that we help clients with here at Crown Business Development. So if that's an area you're struggling with, then be sure to reach out. So remembering it's not the hiring of the person is not necessarily the first port of call all the time. It's actually creating that position first, right, before we actually go and hire them and take them on board as a team member. Now, making sure that we're the steps are in play, the procedures are in place for that team member, so that they can carry out their job role. Very, very vital. As a business owner, you should be making sure that that team member has everything that they need to carry out their role in the team, as well as making sure that you're on the right path, the journey for your overall business as well. So that's something that's a bit of food for thought this week. I just want to show you quickly now. I mentioned the organisational structure of your business a little earlier. I'll just bring up a diagram now what that actually entails. No, I can't do that. I've just lost it. Well, that's no good. Let's see if I can bring it back up here now. No, it doesn't look like it's coming up. Anyway, an organisational chart. You may have come across those before. You could basically an organisational chart actually is the systemic infrastructure of your business. It's actually what your business, the picture of your business, what it looks like on paper, starting with you as a business owner up the top, and having the branch off of all the positions in your business. Now, when we're talking about creating the vision of your business, that's something that is set in the future, right? So your business must look like it's the future look of your business when you draw out your chart, because you've obviously set the vision that you want to create for the business. So the business needs to reflect that on paper, what it needs to look like to achieve that vision and have all positions in play. Now, quite often, the business owner themselves actually find that he or she himself, your name actually fits into just about every one of those positions currently in the business. And it's exactly the reason why, as the business owner, quite often feels overwhelmed, stressed out, no time left in the day, and completely at a wall, a virtual wall, if you like, on they just cannot give any more output for what they're during the day or the week or what not for that matter. So that's one of the reasons why business owners reach these virtual walls and they find it very difficult to punch through, is because they haven't built the team around to be able to offload some of that responsibility on to certain positions in the business to free up that space so the business owner can make sure that they're more focused on guiding the business to the common goal rather than being too bogged down in each position of the business itself. So offloading responsibility onto team members is something a business owner must do for it to be able to achieve an overall vision for the company. Your vision might be a certain level of revenue you're trying to meet, or it might be a certain level of customers or clients you're trying to reach in order for you to be able to reach that vision. It's very, very difficult to do on your own, and you're probably at a stage in your business now where you might be finding that out for yourself. Right? So it's very, very important that we make sure we hire the right team member, get them coming on board to fill that position, and make absolutely sure that they're going to contribute to that position, to be held accountable for that, and really help you achieve that overall vision for your business as well. So offloading that responsibility is a must-have for any business owner onto team members to free up space, free up time for you to be able to concentrate on more high-end tasks as the business owner. And those areas are possibly guiding the business, not possibly, definitely guiding the business, focusing more on getting more customers and clients, heavily in the making sure the marketing and sales side of the business is right up there as well. But also, without forgetting the other areas of your business, more monitoring those areas and making sure people that are held accountable for those positions are doing the right job, such as finance and accounting, and the operations on the delivery of your promises is kept very well also. So, I'm really disappointed that I couldn't bring you up the organisational chart, but it's something that helps a business owner map out what their business looks like on paper, but it's the future of the business. So it's the positions that you need to fill in order to realise that overall vision for your business. So I hope that's been of value to you. A little bit, I got bumped in with my technology tonight, unfortunately, but that's okay. If you need help in your organisational structure of your business, be sure to reach out. You can drop a comment below or send us an email in, or give us a call, 1300 709 292, and we'll be sure to jump on board and help you out. I've also got a free guide on the Employer's Hassle-Free Employee Guide as well, which gives you a template, if you like, on how to hire and fill positions in your business that you can use as a template to build out your own employee hiring guide for you, if you like. And if you buy a copy of that, just drop employee guide in the comments below, and I'll be sure to shoot you out a copy as quick as I can. So that's all for tonight. I'll bring you next week. I'll bring you in the hiring process, the process of pieces you should go through in order to make sure that you hire the right person for your job position, making sure that they are the one that's going to help you achieve the overall vision for your business, and onwards and upwards from there. So join us next week and we'll talk about the hiring process. It's not just a matter of putting an ad out there and hoping for the best. There's a little bit more to it than that. So join me then. Thanks for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.